Nike is the most popular and the largest sportswear company in the world. Although most of its main competitors are older than this company, it has been more successful than them for many years and ranks higher than them in the ranking of the best brands in the world. Nike, which today is the best sportswear brand in the world, is the result of a lot of hard work. The name Nike is associated with sports and success. The story of Nike started from a small idea in the mind of a young man, and now it has become an empire all over the world. Nike, it is no longer just a brand, but has become a culture, symbol, and lifestyle. Today, I want to talk to you about the history of this great company. Stay with us until the end of this video and don't miss this interesting story. It all starts in 1992, where Phil Knight graduated from Stanford. Like many young people, Phil Knight had big ideas in his head, but what made him different from others was his persistence. Phil Knight was a runner who presented an article in one of his business classes at the university, in which he wrote that just as Japanese cameras are replacing German cameras due to their reasonable price and quality. For this reason, Japanese sports shoes can replace expensive German sports shoes such as Puma and Adidas. Let's go back to Phil Knight's story. After graduating, Phil Knight started to implement his own article. At the first stage, he looked for a sports equipment manufacturing company in Japan to enter the negotiation for the import of that company's products to the United States. In November 1962, he traveled to Japan as a tourist, and this was just the start of Phil Knight's work. One day, Phil Knight was exploring for he wanted to find the desired product as he was walking in the city of Kobe. His attention was drawn to a shoe store. That store belonged to a company called Onitsuka Tiger. Now, we all know this company as Asics. The shoes of this store were very quality, so that Phil Knight very determinedly chose the same shoes to import to USA. He introduced himself as an American businessman and tried to arrange a meeting with the head of Onitsuka Tiger. He succeeded and entered into negotiation with Kiichiro Onitsuka. Phil Knight had not even chosen a name for his non-existent import company. There, he introduced the name of his company, Blue Ribbon Sports, or BRS, and he made his proposal to Onitsuka. To his surprise, this proposal was accepted. Now, Phil Knight, with high confidence and having nothing else, became the importer of Onitsuka Tiger Company products in the United States. To begin with, he only received 12 pairs of shoes. Phil Knight's first sale was on the back of his car. That is, he stopped wherever he could and started selling those 12 pairs of shoes. Phil Knight was more than an athlete, he was a good marketer. So he decided to work with someone with experience. He went to his former coach at the University of Oregon, Bill Bowerman. Bill was one of the most famous coaches in the USA at that time. In fact, Bill had trained several Olympic athletes such as Steve Prefontaine, Kenny Move, and Jim Girl. Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman started BRS very seriously and invested $500 each to start. Maybe $1,000 is a small amount to start a company, but I am telling you the story of the biggest sportswear company in the world. Bill and Phil took 300 pairs of shoes from Onitsuka Tiger. That is, each pair of shoes was $3.3. These 300 pairs of shoes were acquired Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman in 1964, and thanks to Bowerman's connections, a few months later, all shoes were sold and the capital of BRS increased 8 times. Phil Knight was a national management, decided to hire employees and hire salespersons. It didn't take long for their income to reach $20,000 in 1965, and very quickly they opened the first Blue Ribbon Sports store in Santa Monica. Day by day, the sales of Tiger products increased in USA, and somehow Phil Knight was able to prove his article in the university. But this was not the end of the story. Phil Knight handled the business and marketing aspects of BRS, while Bill Bowerman handled ideas and innovation. Bill Bowerman was the one of who made running a popular sport in the United States. With innovation, in 1966, he wrote a book called Jogging, which sold over 1 million copies. Bowerman was always on the move, opening the shoes with each new shipment of Onitsuka to see how they were made and sending his ideas to Japan to improve them. One of the most important ideas of Bill was adding cushions and using lighter materials in making these shoes. Bowerman had a great influence on the development of Onitsuka shoes. With a lot of research, Bill suggests making a special shoe for Onitsuka Tiger. They named this shoe Cortez. The most important reason for Cortez' popularity was 1968 Mexico Olympic, and in the same year, Cortez became the best-selling shoe of the year. In that year, BRS earned $300,000 from Cortez sales, but they had a very important problem in selling these shoes. The demand for these shoes in USA was very high, and Onitsuka could not supply enough products to BRS. As each new shipment of Cortez arrived, it sold out much faster than before, but Onitsuka ships Cortez to US at the same low speed. Phil Knight found out that Onitsuka produces Cortez as much as the demand of Japanese people and sends the rest to US. Phil and Bill also knew that they could not meet the demand of the American people with this situation. They knew that the designer and creator of this shoe was themselves, so they have no reason to continue working with Onitsuka Tiger. And as soon as their contract with Japanese company ends, they start marketing Cortez. Everything was in their hands and they had no restrictions in terms of supplying Cortez. This contract was ended in 1971, before the Munich Olympic, which could be a good opportunity to sell their products. At the first opportunity, Phil Knight decided to change the name of the company. The name BRS was changed to Nike, which was the symbol of the goddess of victory in ancient Greece. After that, Phil Knight needed a designer for the logo. He returned to university and started with the first designer he found. He asked Harlan Davidson to design a logo for Nike. It is interesting to note that Phil Knight paid only $35 to design this logo. The Nike logo was not very attractive to Phil, but because he did not have much time and all factories were waiting to receive the logo from Phil Knight, so accepted the swoosh. Of course, after the success of this logo and the Nike brand, Phil Knight gave a part of Nike's stock with a ring with the swoosh logo to Harlan Davidson. Everything was ready for the Munich Olympic. This time, Phil Knight did not wait to receive the shoes from the Japanese company, but had his own factory and produced as many shoes as needed. The value of Nike company increased greatly after the end of his contract with Onitsuka Tiger, and every year he recorded new records. For example, in 1984, Nike signed the contract with Michael Jordan, the youngest star of the Chicago team in the NBA League. This contract is one of the most important and influential contracts in the history of sport. This cooperation not only changed the fate of Michael Jordan and the Nike company, but also revolutionized the shoe and fashion industry. The contract between Jordan and Nike was secret. That is, no details of the amount of this contract are known, but it is clear that this contract is the most lucrative sports contract in the world. The terms of this contract were such that it allowed Nike to use Michael Jordan's name and image for advertising and production of products. Also, Nike committed to pay special bonuses Jordan based on the sale of Air Jordan products. Nike has many contracts with athletes. For example, it signed a contract with Tiger Woods in 1996 and LeBron James in 2003. In the continuation of cooperation, it was not only with athletes. For example, Nike signed many contracts with world-famous singers such as Drake, Travis Scott, and Billie Eilish, and many others to convey the culture of using Nike products to people through these people. If you are interested in the story of Nike and the life of Phil Knight, I can give you the news that Phil Knight published autobiography in 2016 under the title Shoe Dog. Thank you for being with us until the end of this video. Please like this video and subscribe BM Sport channel to see all the videos we publish.